The Indigo crisis began in late 2025 and developed into complete chaos in the first week of December 2025. Flights were cancelled or delayed at an unprecedented scale. Thousands of passengers were stranded, all because of India's new pilot fatigue rules that Indigo Airlines had 18 months to prepare for. The Directorate General of Civil Aviation, DGCA, announced the revised Flight Duty Time Limitations or FDTL in January 2024. The rules were created to reduce pilot fatigue, improve safety and match global aviation standards. The Delhi High Court directives backed these rules following pilot unions' petitions dating back to 2019. The revised FDTL rules included 8 hours max night flight time, 10 hours max night duty, 10 hours minimum rest every 24 hours, 2 night landings per week instead of 6, night expanded from 00 to 05 to 00 to 06, no more than 2 consecutive night duties. These changes reduced fatigue and aligned India with ICAO, FAA and EASA norms. The DGCA gave airlines over 18 months to prepare. The framework was announced in January 2024. CAR Revision 2 was formalized on 31st May 2024. On 1st July, Phase 1 pertaining to rest rules was rolled out, and on 1st November, Phase 2 was rolled out, which included night caps and cumulative limits. The industry therefore had enough notice to adjust rosters and manpower. Indigo held more than 60% of India's domestic market but failed to prepare for the new rules. The airline implemented a hiring freeze through 2024 and 2025. It relied on a lean manpower model that kept pilot utilization extremely high, often close to 80 or 90 hours a month, which was no longer viable under the new rules. The airline did not add enough pilots, did not redesign winter schedules, and ignored repeated DGCA warnings issued as late as October 2025. Its night-heavy network clashed directly with the limit of 2 night landings per week. By November 2025, Indigo was short by nearly 200 to 300 pilots for its A320 operations. When Phase 2 came into effect on 1st November 2025, Indigo's entire system began to crack. More than 1,200 flights were cancelled in November alone, and around 755 of these were directly linked to pilot shortages under the new fatigue rules. By the first week of December, more than 2,000 flights had been disrupted nationwide, with around 300 cancellations every day at airports like Delhi and Bengaluru.
1st November 2025. There have been new FDTL guidelines into place. We have had thorough consultation with all the stakeholders when we have changed it, and due process has been done for that. And in April, under the guidelines of High Court, under the order of the High Court, it has come into implementation. There were 22 FDTL guidelines, 15 of them from 1st of July, and 7 of them from 1st of November. There was no problem from what was happening in 1st of July, and there were some variations that were required by the airlines for the guidelines which were proposed from 1st of November. There were multiple stakeholder consultations done, not only with Indigo. We have other players in the industry also, with everyone. Multiple stakeholder consultations regarding the FTL, where we have been very, very strict, saying that there has to be no compromise on safety. Safety is the topmost priority. We care for the crew, we care for the pilots, and we care for the safety of the entire system. We care for the passengers. Suddenly we have observed this on 3rd. Immediately when this was observed, the ministry came into the picture. We have taken over the situation at the airports. We have consulted all the stakeholders, and then you have seen how things have unfolded for those 2 days. Definitely there was a lot of difficulty that has faced by the passengers, and as a closing statement also, let me tell you that we are not taking this situation easily. We are doing an inquiry and we will take very, very strict action, not only for this situation, but also as an example.
On 5th December 2025, the DGCA granted Indigo a temporary exemption for its A320 fleet. Night was defined as 00 to 5 o'clock instead of 6 o'clock again, and 6 night landings per week rule was restored instead of 2. This relaxation is valid until 10th February 2026.
Also, I would like to highlight that we are receiving and do much appreciate the support from aviation ecosystem in India, the government, DGCA, CISF, BCAS and airports. All of us, and I personally, feel the pain of our customers, are deeply apologetic and addressing their needs, which is and will remain our topmost priority.
The DGCA has set up a 4-member investigation panel to determine whether Indigo ignored regulatory warnings, underreported operational risks, or breached planning requirements. If violations are confirmed, the airline may face penalties of up to 1 crore rupees, loss of slots, or further operational restrictions. The probe will examine hiring decisions, roster design, and internal communication that led to the crisis.